the bat is dead.
Do you bleed?
Harley Quinzel.
Why did you say that name?
We can't save everyone in this war. It's not what we came here to do.
But it's what I'm going to do.
Hi, welcome to Binge Buddies, Hall of Just Us. Me, your host, is always Brian Dressel. With me, as always, is Matt, Zombie Dog, Bronze Tiger Dykes.
Ah, yes. Of all the tigers, the bronze one is the best.
To be fair, that one I actually know. Like, this is a very obscure list, but he was an Arrow. Like, he's a character. I'm not like he's a character. Like, what a card! Gets him going to the 20s. Anyhow, we also have Joel Silverfog DeWitt.
So yeah, that's my life right now. Actually, kind of silver fudge. You know, everything's old and gray and dim, and I'm just talking about the weather right now. So.
Sorry, this one's just too good. We also have Ryan Stoneboy Lutens.
Stone Boy.
Stone Boy.
We were gonna say Stone Cold, but it's fine. It's fine.
Stone Boy. Stone Boy, famous for being able to turn himself into a rock, but whenever he does, he can't move.
It's a defense mechanism, okay?
So it's an actual rock.
You should see me play rock, paper, scissors.
He's a fucking pro. So we got rock.
Did I win?
No, because you always go rock and everyone else goes paper. Every single time.
Every time. Out of here, Stone Boy.
It's like that Simpsons joke. It's like, poor predictable Bart always picks rock. Goes to Bart's head. Oh, good old rock. Nothing beats that.
Yeah, that is according to Claude, that is a Legion of Superheroes deep cut is Stone Boy. I was between that or the Infectious Lass, which also sounds pretty good.
Sounds Scottish.
Can give anyone any disease at will. Like, she sounds like a pain in the ass, to be honest.
Jesus. Move over Typhoid Mary. We have the new infectious woman in town.
What an amazing superpower. Like, you could go real dark with it, or you could be like, mild cold, fuck you.
Hey, that's what I'm dealing with at the moment, and I fucking hate them.
Exactly.
My throat is so sore and everything. It's just, I fucking hate it.
So if I could just, like, sorry, Trump, you have a runny nose 24/7. Like, like, very non-offensive, but very fucking annoying. Oh, man, good times. All right, so here we are. We're going to talk about, oh, God, where the fuck is this title? This is a long one. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, a.k.a. the Harley Quinn movie. Trying to say this is anything other than a Harley Quinn movie, to me, is a bit of a fool's errand. This is just Harley Quinn, the movie.
It is. And we'll sprinkle in Birds of Prey.
Kinda. And only just kinda.
Very much so.
Like, these aren't
like
your
they only
typical...
say it once as well. Like literally said it once at the end.
It's a quasi origin story for the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
It is, yes, quasi origin story being told in a Harley Quinn movie that is extremely influenced by the Amanda Connor and Jimmy. I had to look at the name because I always butcher his last name. Amanda Connor and Jimmy I'm sorry, Jimmy, if you ever listen to this. Palmiotti, Palmiotti, of their run of Harley Quinn, which, if you did not read, was a very, very fun run. It's ridiculous, and it makes fun of basically every superhero under the sun. There is a Deadpool character just called the Red Tool, and all of his little dialogue boxes are always in the shape of some version of a power tool. It's very fun and very stupid. But that's where, like, the beaver that she's carrying around, that's an actual character in that book, and it is still a dead stuffed beaver. It can just talk to her telepathically, which they do address in this movie. A lot of that stuff, I'm not sure if it originated in the Amanda Connor Jimmy series, but really flushed out in that series. And this movie feels like their run to me through and through. I'm not sure if they're listed in the credits. I feel like they should be, at least in special thanks, because, like, even the way it's told, of when she shows up at the Terminator sequence, when she shows up blast the entire
The
police
cop-
thing, and she's like,
yeah.
"Hold on,
Police station.
I didn't tell you why I'm doing this. Let's back this up." Like that
Yeah.
feels very Harley Quinn. This
Yeah.
this is a Harley Quinn movie, and as somebody who is a massive Harley Quinn fan, one of my favorite comic book characters ever, I'm into this. This is a good ride.
What I love about that too is the fact that she goes, "Oh, it's always good to start at the beginning," and that is the constant joke of the
Yep.
whole movie is that she is going back to refresh your memory on things.
Yeah, which it just feels everything about it just feels excessively Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Because
So
it's
let-
like she's not a reliable narrator at the
No.
best of times as well, because she's like mental issues. She's
so
like
scatterbrained.
she's insane. She's scatterbrained. Like yeah. So like the fact that she keeps calling out on like let's go back to the beginning here, and it's like oh wait I forgot like we need to go back the beginning here like as well. And it just like I love that. I do enjoy it. I'm not a huge fan of the narration to begin with. It feels a little weird, but as the movie progresses on, I think it gets better.
It clicks.
Yeah.
It does take a minute, but let's take a
Yeah.
look at the trailer. We got it here. Go ahead, Joel.
I think it's the fact that she's sort of giving the shit to the whole idea of it being a time skippy kind of thing. It's a little too in your face about its self-awareness, I think, a little bit at that moment. But I agree, Matt. Like it wins me over with how it approaches it over time. Whether it's just it feels more natural. You can hit play on the trailer, don't? Or are you
I'm,
trying to
waiting-
listen?
I'm making sure you're getting your point across. I'm just
No.
trying to be nice.
No, well, I appreciate that. I sound better with backtracking.
Oh, there you go.
It's okay.
But no, I agree with you. But the
two shits who we are beyond.
I feel like it's still like this movie is kind of like trying to get to know Harley Quinn. It will push you away. It's kind of annoying. It doesn't make a lot of sense. You kind of want to leave it at points. But at the same time, it still kind of keeps you, and it still kind of drags you in. And like, this is stupid, and this dialogue doesn't work, but I still enjoy it. I'm still here.
Oh, this movie rules. It's it's a lot of fun.
Was this the first R-rated one?
No.
R-rated DC movie?
Yeah.
Technically,
Oh yeah.
BBS was R-rated, but that was like the
That was the special edition. And it was soft R. Like,
yeah. This is R.
Do you know what this movie does really great? Is one of the best things it does, besides the Diamonds Are Our Girl's Best Friend montage, is
That right there. That right there is what it does really well.
oh that
guy's
hurt.
double knee break.
That
Yeah.
hurt so badly. They don't try to make her into a hero.
No.
She's a protagonist. She's not a hero, and it knows that.
Yeah.
It doesn't even tease it out. It doesn't make her seem like I'm going to change my ways. It's just okay. I'm a bad person, but I've slowly started to care for these slice of people.
It does that. She's a bad person who does good things every now and then,
yeah.
and it does that.
And it's
very-
also, and it does a really good job of like saying, yeah, she's a bad person, but Roman Sionis is a way worse person.
The only reason why I was not saying Mark Strong is the best villain in the entirety of the DCEU is because I knew in this episode we had to talk about Black Mask.
Yes.
And Black Mask, man, he's
really
rules.
good. I mean, I love that we get two movies where back to back the villains are on tier. And what's great about Ewan McGregor is the fact that he is so nonchalant. It's just a very, it's the evil. When he has to switch it on, it is very natural to him. When he says Harley Quinn's out, you're like, oh, don't fuck with this dude.
I mean, that's why we include it in the opening. The way he says that is so good.
Yep.
But not just him either. Zaz is a
nuts.
holy shit. Like he's one of my absolute favorite Batman villains. He is absolutely terrifying. Like, and that's what he should be. And this version of him is not that, but still manages to pull off that horrifying person.
It's like the prequel to what we see for
Yeah,
Zaz.
yeah.
That's what makes it work.
Oh,
but they're both two different kinds of unhinged too, right? Because it's like, what are their names again?
Zaz and Black Mask.
Okay, Black Mask. It is it's not slow, but it's like very gradual turn when he's going from light to dark.
Yes.
You know, like
it happening.
You can see it happening, right? Where the other one, he's a little bit more like the dog on the leash, wanting to jump and do things.
I don't know how Chris Mencia, who plays Zaz, did this, but every time he's on screen, his eyes look like he can snap at any moment.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But also, he's the manipulator. Like they make him like the Black Mask guy be like, oh, he's the mind, but no, like the brains is also
Zaz.
The brawn. Yeah.
And like as an enforcer, like he's not this big intimidating force, but holy fuck, you don't want to mess with him.
Yeah, it's like it's the type of guy who like if you meet them in a dark alley, you're not gonna be like super like, oh God, I'm really scared of you, and until you actually see them looking at you. Like if you just see like the shadow of the outline of the body, you're like, oh, it's just a person. But then when they come into like the light, and you actually see them with like the scars and everything, and just the look in their eyes and everything, like there's more terrifying than the biggest, burliest, bulkiest guy ever, because he looks like he will just cut you the fuck up, and like
that's what Zaz will
do. Yeah, and like you've got the bit in the docks where like there's the three people like hanging upside down and just like so nonchalantly just like slicing the face off, and it's.
That might be one of my favorite sequences in this entire franchise. Like we'll get to Zack Snyder Justice League in 2 weeks. So we'll talk about my favorite one, but this is high up there, and it's only because it does such a good job depicting the villain. I don't want to take somebody's line, but I'm still going to have to mention it. Of the whole like, so he kills the dad, he kills the mom, and he's like, we can let the daughter live. Like that's like we're not crazy here. I think this sends a pretty fucking intense message. Yeah. Oh, is that a snot bubble? Ew, gross. No, peel it off.
Yeah.
Just his like the way he delivers that. Oh, I've changed my mind.
Yeah,
that's when you have an actor like Ewan McGregor come in. He is just the way that he can be so social and moving around. Like he is so believable as this person who is a sociopath.
Yeah,
you know, and just so exquisite, and then just gonna be like, kill him, done.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
But then you also
and it's that bit in the bar later on where there's the people laughing, and then he just snaps, and he's like, stand on the table, like cut the dress off. It's like that is some cold shit. Like it's horrifying.
And
that's him kind of like, you know, he's got this front facing persona of like, I'm just like a happy business owner guy.
Yeah,
at that point it's like he's just showing everyone how evil he is, and he just doesn't care. And I think that's like that's more terrifying, because now you're at the point where it's like, oh wait, he thinks that like, you know, he can do anything and get away with it.
But that's also why I like it in this movie so much, and why I like Black Mask in this movie so much, is because they frame it around the Harley Quinn story. Like Harley Quinn and her events throughout this movie is what keeps the movie going for everything beyond the very act of stealing the one diamond. Yeah. Beyond that, she's the reason everything goes. Like the reason Black Mask starts getting so emboldened and starts getting so crazy is because she breaks up with the Joker. And the Joker is no longer seen as like, well, what's he doing? Like he's not as big of a deal anymore. And like they start feeling like they have a little bit more license to do what they want, because Harley would drag the Joker everywhere. So he was a much more present force. Without her doing that anymore, now the villains can kind of do whatever they want. And you kind of see this like Black Mask realizing like, oh, I can be the one in charge, because he's not coming to my club anymore, because he was only here with her, and now it's only her, and I hate her anyway, so let's kill her and let's go be the guy I want to be. Yeah. And you get to see that like realization in him. It's like, had they not cast Jared Leto as the Joker and they had cast someone who was like a decent human being, it would have been interesting to see him play in this world. But I get, from what I understand, they didn't fucking want him on this movie because of Jared Leto, which I'm like, fair. Yeah. It's also not the Joker's movie. This is Harley Quinn's movie. By not having him at all, it kind of makes it works a little better.
And
I think it's good as well to not have the Joker, because I think like the Harley Quinn character works really well when she's not actually with the Joker. When she's with the Joker, it always verges into like a really weird, creepy, abusive relationship type thing, and it's just that weird. And then you get like those weird couples like, oh god, we're just like the Joker and Harley Quinn. It's like, oh, that's a fucking red
That's
flag.
bad. You don't want that.
That's really bad. You don't want that. Like,
Very
and I
true.
think, you know, like in this film, the Harley Quinn animated series as well. It's really good. Like having Harley sort of like stand on her own, and it's like in this film she's kind of figuring out how to stand on her own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like her whole identity has been being the Joker's girlfriend, and now she's kind of like she's going out on her own, and she's like trying to figure out her place in the world. And it's like, well, I still want to be like, you know, I was basically the brains behind the Joker anyway, so like, you know, why I'll just go take over. Like, you know, I could probably take over this power vacuum, and I think it works really well in that. In so like her finding her place in the world, like it's really good at like sort of showing that. Like it's basically like we're seeing the stages of grief on the screen.
Yeah.
As
They
told
really don't
through
have that
a
way.
very ridiculous comic booky action thing.
Yeah, well, like told through like a ridiculous comic book action thing with a very unreliable narrator as well.
Yeah.
Like
You don't want her to be the girl with the instant message away message doing the whole like if you can't handle me at your worst, you
can't have
don't
me.
deserve me
you
at
can't
my
have me
best.
Yeah.
yeah.
The framing for all the action is awesome. You know,
Yeah.
like just it being well, here's a $500,000 bounty on your head. Everybody that hates you that already wanted to kill you for some reason now have an extra reason to come kill you.
And
And
then the
nobody
way-
is a faceless, mindless person. Everyone's brimming with character. The framing of like,
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
who they are. This is why they're pissed off at you.
Yep.
And the way they play with that every time is fantastic.
The dude with the clown tattoo on
Yeah.
his face, like, I didn't do anything to you. Look at my face. Oh,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I intend to do that.
So I didn't do it. Like you egged him on to do it though.
What I like about this movie too is this is really the first movie out of all of these movies that we watch that doesn't rely on CGI action. All
Really at
of
all,
these action set pieces are quite uniquely choreographed, and they're so well done. The mallets, the bats, all the weapons, everything about this. I mean, even Huntress jumping on the tongues.
Yeah.
Everything was just so believable and good.
It reminds me of like the John Wick films where you get
Yes!
to that point where
Yeah,
the
before
choreography is more like a dance, and it
Yeah.
becomes very kind of like dance-like and balleretic, and you know, looking at, you know, I just recently saw Hard Boiled in the cinema, and like comparing the action in that to this, look, it's very like over choreographed, but stylistically spectacular to watch. It's like it's that kind of like thing of like, you know, it's not necessarily a dance. It's not necessarily just like an action sequence. It's like a violent dance, like, and it is just it's so good. Like that whole sequence in the theme park at the end is brilliant. Like it's the not just the choreography, but like the sort of the visual treat of like just the colors, the color palette in there is just so brilliant. It's so vibrant and bright as well.
It felt like a live action like Bob Kane, Bill Finger comic book. Like
Yeah.
like you go back to like the old school Batman, like they're fighting like a big foam telephone thing. It felt like we went back to that, and it's like that's really I've never seen that in live action.
Well, and what I like about that final sequence too is when you are showcasing the badassness of all these women, it is light and colorful and poppy, and then as they're leaving, it's dark again. I'm like, man, you are really kind of showing these undertones about how these, you know, just because they kick some serious ass doesn't mean that there's still bad things coming their way.
Well,
But there's also the kind of like girl power humor stuff. It's really quick and like not in your face. It's like just very little, you know, the bird girl loses her hair.
Oh, the hair tie.
Or
Yeah,
whatever. The hair
Nobody,
tie. Yeah.
nobody take my thing about the roller skates. That's
Yeah.
my quote. I'm saying that. No.
But the streamlight silliness on the inside contrasted with this dark, like almost sort of Western standoffish thing with everything having fog around it. It's a really great contrast too.
It makes you mad when you start thinking about. So there's this age-old thing in Hollywood. You know, I'm not sure if you guys know this. Hollywood can be pretty sexist. Shocking revelation.
Really?
I know.
Oh, I never knew that.
I know. I'm here with the truth bombs. You have this thing of men can fail. They can make a bad movie. It can bomb in the box office. And like, yeah, but he's got a good eye on him. We'll give him another one. The next one will work. Women do not get that. And this movie, unfortunately, fucking bombed in the box office. No one went to this thing. I went twice, and I'm the only person I know who saw it twice. I know a couple people saw it once, maybe a few people rented it, but this was not a big movie. And Kathy has not had much work outside of it. And it's like, you watch this movie, it's like, she is a fucking badass director. She does good character work and good action and makes them work in the same movie. That's not always the easiest thing to do. And this one, flying colors. Like that action sequence that we kind of talked about a little bit of when Harley realizes the bounty is out and, you know, the protection bubble she's lived in and very much taken for granted is gone. That chase of the entire Gotham going after her, phenomenal. And then it just gets better from there. Like my favorite sequence, I love the sequence at the end you guys are talking about, but you know, as a Terminator fan, I gotta love the taking on the police station.
Yeah,
that entire sequence is just great, and it just feels so Harley Quinn. Like we'll get into it more when we get to the Suicide Squad, because that one does the very similar Harley Quinn action sequence where she just takes out a whole bunch of dudes and does it a little bit more R-rated, I would say.
Yeah,
extremely maybe.
I mean, they actually die, so
they really die. Whereas this one, they get hit by a lot of beanbags, but it's still like the beanbags are all filled with glitter, and you still have that very like Harley Quinn.
But it's a mixture as well, and it's and that's what I love about this, and why it feels so very much like Harley Quinn is like it's a mixture of glitter and smoke, and it's the blue and the red smoke as well. So it's like it's her brand colors. So it's like, you know, is it going to be glitter or is it going to be smoke? And sometimes it's just straight up beanbags as well. And it just, that whole sequence is so good because it is just so stylized as well. It's like the Terminator sequence where he like butchers the police station, just less dark and a bit more like, you know, happy and fun because it's glitter.
But it also
to me, it befits the character a little more. She's using non-lethal weaponry. I've never seen Harley Quinn, at least from my experience, being somebody who revels in the actual like killing people or things. It's been more I wanted to do what I want without anybody bothering me, and then if you get in my way, we're going to have problems.
It's very much like the vigilante approach of like, so we kill some innocent people, it happens. Like,
yes, exactly.
If I kill someone who's like, you know, doing drugs or, you know, did some graffiti, like, you know.
God damn it, vigilante. But like when we get to the Suicide Squad, the murder there makes a little bit more sense, whereas this one it wouldn't, because she's like, these people they're not holding her captive, they're holding somebody else captive that she's gonna go break out of jail. So she does her best. For me, the problem more often than not in this movie, in fact, almost exclusively does come to that Cassandra Cain character, it's a bummer. And I say that as a comic book fan who really likes the Cassandra Cain character. This is not her. It's just not. Are you guys familiar with Cassandra Cain at all?
No.
Isn't she Batwoman?
She is a Batwoman, yes.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a picture of Cassandra Cain in her bat gear, and you tell me if this feels like, oh, here, it looks even by Art Germ here, I think.
She was the whole Batwoman show was Cassandra Cain.
Like, hold on. You know what? Maybe not, because this is being a pain in the ass. But yeah, Batwoman show, like there's, she's a badass, like through and through badass. There is a point in one of the later like 2016 run Rebirth era Batman where Batman is asked, "Is there anyone in the Bat family that can beat you?" And he says, "Orphan," which is Cassandra Cain. And it's like, she's the only person that he thinks could actually take him out. That is not this character. And that's okay. That was to me the biggest problem. When I sat down, when I heard Cassandra Cain was in this movie, I was excited because I want her in Birds of Prey. Like, that sounds like a very good character to add to Birds of Prey. And we show up and we get this like punk kid who feels like kind of like fell out of like the Ninja Turtle movie from the 90s. Like, who is this? Like, she's hiding shit in her cast. Like, this just feels weird.
She can't act her way out of the box.
No, she's not great, especially next to Margot Robbie, who's delivering like career defining role in Harley Quinn. And then you have her and she's just okay.
She's very cardboard. Like, it's just very like, I feel like she's just reading lines.
Yeah, and it just didn't work. And like
it feels like the problem is that with the way she acted, it feels like she is basically just there for the joke of either you shit this diamond out or we cut it out of you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it could just be the Diamond instead of her.
Yeah,
And it does feel like that, like, you know, very quickly in the film. It's just very much like, you know, I mean, I love the bit in the supermarket, but when they're getting like all the laxatives and stuff like that, but it's just that joke repeat on repeat.
I mean, I
around
do
the
like,
character from that point on.
I like how it kind of grounds Black Canary to them a little bit. Like that is kind of nice because having her know Cassandra and then seeing her involved, like it kind of makes her like want to get involved to help at the end. So I like that tie-in. The Huntress tie-in does not really exist with Cassandra Cain, right?
I don't think so.
That's
No.
right place at the right time.
It was just a coincidental thing.
But that's kind of Huntress
she's
all over in this movie. Like she's just kind of there.
You know, she's
love the
just the middle
Oh,
manager of characters. That's what Cassandra is.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead should be McGregor because her and Ewan McGregor are together. Were they together when this movie came out?
I honestly don't know.
I think they met on this film.
Okay.
I think.
Good for them.
What's great
Bad for Ewan McGregor's wife at the time.
Yeah, she is so convincing. That scene where she's trying to say her lines in the mirror, so good. I laughed so hard during that scene because it's not her delivery; it's how she looks at herself in the mirror that just makes it that much better.
The social awkwardness of a woman raised by assassins who has no idea how to interact with people she crushes it.
Yes, 100%.
It's like the bit later on in the film where she's gonna do her big introduction thing, and then like someone jumps in, like I think it's Montoya jumps in and goes,
crossbow kill.
Helena, blah blah, and she just goes, "Fuck!"
It's not a crossbow, or not a bow and arrow.
That's like, I wish she was able to integrate in the movie more because like I love the actress so much. She's great. Mary is just phenomenal, but like they use her just enough. Where like if this movie had gotten the sequel, I would have been excited to see where it went. And I don't really want the sequel after watching it now a bunch of times. I think it works better as a one-off because like I would have taken a Harley Quinn sequel, but we kind of got that in Suicide Squad. I would have taken a Birds of Prey sequel, but also I'm not sure because I'm not sure how much I love that team at the end. Like I love Rosie Perez, and I think she's great in this movie. This is one of my favorite roles of her. I think she's phenomenal. But I'm not sure how it would work in a superhero movie outside of this storyline. I guess I would be interested to see. It would have been. I would have seen it. They would have gotten my $20.
Having not seen it, I kind of feel akin to like the Thunderbolts. They're kind of B-tier Avenger type stuff that you would be okay with tertiary showing up here and there, but not being a focal point.
Yeah, like the Black Canary Green Arrow relationship to me is always a very fascinating, very fun one. Unless you're watching the CW show where those two actors just had zero fucking chemistry, and it made it very, very hard to watch. No offense to either one of them, they're both fine actors, but man, you could just tell like when those scenes ended, they just split and walked away and like, well, bye forever. And it was not good. But I like Green Arrow and Black Canary together. So like, I like Huntress. I like all these characters and like throwing them into this Harley Quinn world, which feels like a very Harley Quinn version of Gotham, which I appreciate. I like seeing Gotham without Batman. I think that's actually worthwhile in every endeavor. The exception of the show Gotham, which just went on for way too fucking long.
Yeah, they should cut that movie. So Ewan McGregor split up from his wife in 2020. This movie came out in 2020. They were married in 2022. So Matt wins. They met on the film.
Not a good look.
Nope.
Well, don't meet your heroes, kids. Anyhow, tough one to transition out of.
It really
I love Ewan McGregor, except for that oof.
Thanks, man.
Divorced his wife after getting married. Elizabeth Winstead.
Well, I guess true love wins in the end.
Ali Wong, her brief appearance as the because we were talking about Montoya.
Yeah,
as her girlfriend. I love Ali Wong. She's just
I do too.
She's so quippy. Like the moment that you just tell she's a bitch, and that's the way that you want. You don't want to relate to her. Ali Wong always understands the assignment,
and like it's such a small role for her. Like when she first popped up, I'm like, that looks a lot like Ali Wong. Oh, it is Ali Wong. How about that?
She's got 2 scenes, nails both of them.
It really does. But that's actually kind of this movie all over.
But
like, with the exception of Cassandra Cain, everyone nails every scene they're in. It's why the movie works.
And that's just like you get just enough of each of these women who will become the birds of prey, minus Harley Quinn, because I think that's how they just wanted to introduce this. Is that through Harley Quinn's narration, you understand. You don't need to know to see them acting. It's all her nation, or her narration. How she lost the job to the one dude, how the DA is her ex-girlfriend. You're just set up with that narration, and just in those few scenes, you're like, okay, I get it, I understand.
But then as that scene's going on, this movie is just relentless, because then you're looking at Rosie Perez, who's wearing a T-shirt that says, "I shaved my balls for this."
Yep.
What I like about it as well is like every character is sort of betrayed by someone who they think they can trust.
Yes.
Like Ali Wong betrays Montoya.
Harley
Doc
Quinn betrays Cassandra Cain.
Harley Quinn betrays Harley Quinn, but then Doc, who is like the one person that Harley Quinn can actually still trust, he sells her out for a bigger,
really
better
nice
restaurant. Yeah, and it's just. Yeah, and it's this sort of like this recurring theme throughout of betrayal through the film, and I think it kind of binds these people together quite well because they all get betrayed by someone in the film.
Yeah, and it kind of gives you this like in a movie that like you could really just not take seriously at any moment. Whenever it starts getting to that point of like. Like the balloon getting out of your grasp and going too far away, it grounds itself.
Yeah.
And it does it very well. Like, because I think that will go all the way back to, I don't think it was David Ayer, but maybe it was. Whoever actually agreed to hire Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn fucking nailed it.
Yep.
Because she's not just some, blonde bimbo who like took the Harley Quinn role and is just having fun being the hot chick. She brings like Oscar winning level performance to every time she plays this character.
Well, and the flip, it's so believable. Like she plays crazy really well, but she also plays super smart. I mean, I got my PhD, you motherfucker. Like
that's when Cassandra's like, "I want to be you." She's like, "Well, that's not going to happen."
Right.
Yeah.
When she starts talking about catharsis, like you never think that she's going to say something smart. She's like, "Well, vengeance is the catharsis of rage," or something like that.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. Because it's that reminder that, like, actually, Harley is nuts, but she also is very intelligent. She was a psychiatrist. Like, she just happened to fall in love with the Joker and go a little bit crazy. But like, you also like find a bit more about her background in that, she didn't have a very good upbringing. Like, a family really didn't like exist. I guess like she kept trying to like integrate. In the actual family, and they just kept kicking her out.
Yeah.
Well, you also had to just be halfway there to be a psychiatrist. So I mean,
yeah.
It's just a short push.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the handling of Canary? Because I think that the way they handled Canary and her introduction is quite wonderful. Do
you mean the introduction of the character, or the introduction of her superpower?
Her superpower, everything about her. She goes from singer to driver to someone who's going against her boss. They say, "Oh, she's got a beautiful voice." You're like, well, and then Harley Quinn did with her narration. I told you had a killer voice, but kudos to the actress who from the heyday of playing Michelle's best friend in Full House. Denise. And to see her go from that to this, she's a very good actress. Like she's strong. She's able to hold her own, and you don't really think of her very often. And when you find out like her brother's the dude that like, oh, beat me up outside Chicago, where I'm going to say they did.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that guy too much.
Yeah. But she's such a good actress. And
she is.
The way they introduce the superpower, like just go for it. That's so, for a movie that's empowering of women, that's such a good moment.
It is.
And she has so much presence and power before that.
Yeah.
And so it's like a neat little surprise at the end. That's just like,
and
she's been holding back.
And it's the subtle way that it's introduced very early on when she's singing and she hits that high note and the glass breaks. And it's just that very like, you look at it and go, oh, that's a really funny kind of like visual gag, like she's such a good singer, she can hit a high note which causes glass to shatter. And then when you get that big reveal at the end of her actual superpower where she goes full, like she lets go completely.
Full canary, yeah.
And it's like, holy shit, that's incredible. And then it's like, you sort of like go back. It's that idea of like, you know, the setup is done so early on, but it's just so subtle that it just seems like an innocuous moment of like, just like, you know, look at how great a singer she is. And because we're being shown this from Harley's perspective with her narration, you can kind of see it as, oh, she's embellishing that.
No,
but then when you actually get to that reveal, like, she wasn't embellishing that. That actually happened.
Underselling it, actually.
Yeah.
I guess that's the point I was trying to get. Like when you have this girl from Hanging Mr. Cooper, you know, just kind of cheesing up and being smiley, you never think that she'd come on and be able to hold her own in a comic book movie and make a character that's memorable.
Oh, and extremely you have like the presence before of like in like the battle sequence where she's a badass and she's fighting the whole time. Yeah. But then you also have that like born and raised on the streets and knows how to navigate them.
Yeah.
Like the little conversation she has with Cassandra in that one point where like Cassandra's listening to her foster parents just go ham and like fucking fighting upstairs. And just that little thing of like, just leaves her some money. Like go get yourself something to eat. Stay out of that. It's not worth it. Like, like just that like real moment from her, which is great. And then like when she gets pickpocketed by her and she's like, that, like she knows exactly who it was. And it's like, damn it, kid. But I like that whole like she kind of hates Cassandra a little bit, but at the same time it's like, well, you know, she's a girl in the streets and she needs someone to protect her, so fuck it, I guess it has to be me. Like I really like that. And then I also like the history you get from her of like, and it's a lot of it is told not shown, which is a bummer. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it still works. Of Rosie Perez's character being like, your mom helped us, like she was a good person. Why are you not being a good person too? And she's like, oh, my mom that you got killed. That one? Is that the one that you're asking me to emulate?
I think I'm good. Great. That exchange though is so good. Like just the powerfulness of like, you know, her just saying, "Oh, you mean the one who like got killed in the street?" And like, where were you guys at that point? Yeah. And you just see that look on Rosie Perez's face where she's just like, "Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, like I'm sorry that happened." And it is just. It's so good, is that moment, because it just says so much about the character as well, as to why she, and then that which also makes, like when she does start helping them, even more impactful. It's like, well, hang on a minute, even after all that, this is so serious that she is willing to endanger her own life. Like, so there is something really like serious like going on here, and it's because like, you know, with it being around like Sionis and like Black Mask and that kind of stuff, like we sort of see that because we sort of get revealed slowly, like, you know, the crazy shit that he does with people, and like, and it's like one thing, like, you know, how much does she know that he's done, and how much of it is just his reputation. It's like, oh wait, he's looking for this girl, I don't want him to get his hands on her, because
you see that inner turmoil, like Black Canary in this movie. I agree, like she's not the headline, but she really carries huge chunks of this, because you get that.
She really does.
It's what a lot of people in our government are currently doing. Of like, oh, I signed up to work with this guy. How much of this shit can I really put up with? And you see her like kind of struggling with that. Of like, he makes my life better. He pays for everything I need. He offers me protection. But he's also murdering the fuck out of people. And I'm not a huge fan of that. And he's about to go after my neighbor who I really like. And like, oh, like you see that turmoil of like, if I stand up for the right thing, my life is going to get significantly more difficult. Do I want to make this trade or not? And they don't ever spell that out. You just see her wrestle with that through performance.
Yeah, it's the reluctant hero. She's the definition of a reluctant hero.
Her character is a person who has been wronged by the system in a lot of ways, right? She loses her parents. The police show up there for the immediate concern. Does she have another parent, or does she go through the foster system?
Makes it sound like a foster system based on
so
the
like that's a nightmare too to raise and get out of. And so she sees this golden opportunity to get away from the thing that she sees caused her harm. And yeah, it's peeling back the layers and slowly realizing, yeah, I'm here with the leopards and they're about to eat my face.
Yeah.
I better start believing these people, because maybe the system isn't as bad as you think sometimes. Maybe it's holding back like the biggest monsters that you don't want to have to think about.
Yeah. And then, like, on the flip side, changing gears a little bit, the Huntress backstory is a movie that I would happily watch. Everything with Huntress, that could be its own film, just the Huntress movie, and I'm in. Like, that looks like a pretty solid movie. Like, it kind of looks, it could go a little bit of like the Sony comic book movie way of like, oh, you're going to a different country, get a train, and come back and murder the mob. Like, it could be a problematic, but I would still give it a shot. And the way it's approached here is fantastic. The whole murdering of the entire mob family and then the girl alive on the bottom, like, that's fucking harrowing shit, man. Like, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they handle that sequence really well in the fact that they keep showing it, and you learn something new about the sequence as you move on. You obviously know that it's going to be something of revenge, but the fact that Victor Zsasz was there pulling the trigger, that's the last thing you see, really fucking cool.
Yeah. And other people too. Like, there's other people from the beginning of the movie that are also in that firing squad. Like, it keeps that whole like
the clown face.
Clown face is there. Like, it really it does that thing we were talking about last week with Shazam of like trying to make this feel like a lived-in world, but it does it a little bit more self-contained. But it makes it feel like the ramifications of everything. Like, this is one long storyline where it feels like it could be very scattershot. But Kathy Ann did such a good job making sure, like, no, keep everything on track. Even these crazy tangents over here, they're gonna come back, and everything will be part of this one story. It's really some masterful storytelling in a ridiculous Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie, which should not have it. But
even though it is like telling, not showing, like the sort of like the reveal of like when she's like, "Oh, I'm done," yay! It's like, well, no, you're not, because who do you think actually ordered it as well? Like, you've got one person left to kill, like in its Black Mask. Like, who the hell? Who do you think is the one that's actually like gave that order? Like, these people didn't just turn up for the fun of it. They were under orders from someone, and it's done so well because you've had that gradual, like you said, each time with the flashback you see something different. Like, when you get to the point where the mum hands her that, I guess it's a toy car or something, and she's just like, you just hold on to that and just focus on that, and then she does the same thing with Cassandra like later on as well. Like, it's really, really clever. Like, just like the way that sequence is, it adds something to it. It reminds me of like what we were saying about Shazam last week, where like with
the tiger.
No, it was it was the thing that we were talking about was when you see it from Billy's perspective of him losing his mum, and then when like the mum's telling the story, it's like it's the same dialogue, it's the same situation, but there's just a difference in it that where you see it has a complete different meaning. And it's that element that they've done, that like each time they add something in, it's like it changes the overall kind of like feeling of what it is, because at the first time you hear it, it's just a story about this horrible like murder of people, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and this was the Huntress, actually, she was there, like, she survived, and then she went off and she got trained, and then it goes back and say, oh, and by the way, Victor Zsasz was there, and like, and it just, each time you do it, you just get more and more. It's like, peeling like the layers off an onion on it, and it's like,
Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek.
Oh, Shrek.
An ogre's like an onion.
Got it.
I'd forgotten that.
Yeah, that took me more of a second than I expected.
I was like, I know I've put on some weight, but I'm not that.
Come on, man. Rude.
I can smell you all the way from here, Matt.
God damn.
I mean, I am not feeling very well at the moment, and I didn't bother with deodorant after showering, so that might actually be true.
For shame. I think we've covered pretty much everything in this that we can cover. Is there anything else that we want to hit before we hit credits?
What is everyone's favorite fight scene?
Oh, I already told you, it's the police station.
I like the sprinkler system in the evidence room, or not in the evidence room when the.
Oh, I'm considering that all part. Of,
you think so? Okay.
Yeah, in my mind, everything in the police station is my favorite bit.
Okay.
I just love the theme park, but just like that explosion of like the choreography, but the explosion of different colors, and it's just been this almost like hyper real, very comic booky, kind of like this, like just
The
so
hand.
much color going on and stuff like that. It's great.
It's good stuff. Yeah. All right. Quotes. Who went first last week? Joel went first last week. That means Ryan goes first this week. Go, Ryan, go.
So as I alluded to earlier, my quotes comes during that scene. But it's when Harley Quinn rolls up. Harley Quinn rolls up with the roller skates, and Canary rolls up. She goes, "Come on, we got to go this way." And Canary goes, "When the fuck did she have time to do a shoe change?"
That was a good one.
But also the skates stay kind of important. Without the
Right.
skates, she didn't
Yeah.
catch up. Like that's the whole reason she's able to win is because of the roller skates. So, it was a good move. I have a couple that are all tough. Like there's a lot around the breakfast sandwich we didn't talk about that I think are really good quotes. But I think looking at my list here, I'm gonna go for the one I already mentioned because it's just so good. Poor baby. No, you're okay. Oh, is that a snot bubble? Ew, gross. Oh, I've changed my mind. Peel it off. And just Zaz being like, okay, cool. Just no problem. Like, all right, yeah.
Thanks for turning me loose.
Yep. Just his ew gross is so good. Just ew.
Yeah.
Gross.
Just the immediate, just the flippancy of just like peel it off.
Yeah. Because he's so like ready to be done. Like this sends a pretty fucking intense message. Or how did he phrase it? It's like something like that. Something of that degree of like this is, we've done our job here.
We're not monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, snot bubble. Oh no. Good shit. All right, Matt.
It's not a fucking bow and arrow. It's a crossbow. I'm not 12. I love this chick. She's got rage issues. I don't have rage issues.
That was on my short list.
That's a good one. That was on my list as well. That was a. All right, Joel, bring it home.
You killed my sandwich. That it either had to be that or when she was introducing the sandwich.
All the sandwich stuff is good.
Hey, the whack job with the penchant for peeling faces is Roman Sionis, aka Black Mass. The fact that he wants to be dead hasn't hit my radar. See, I was halfway across town, hungover, and thinking about breakfast. Egg, bacon, American cheese, soft, toasted, buttered roll, just a dash of hot sauce. What a way to start my new life with the perfect egg sandwich.
And then it just gets
the
grosser.
the backdrop too, where they're actually making the sandwich, and she says the hot
Puts it
sauce,
over.
and it's like, oh, not too much to the actual person making it. It just.
But then you have like arm hair and like dangled cheese. Like it just gets worse and worse the more they describe it. That's some good stuff.
Has to have the right
I
kind
also
of punch. Yeah.
on my short list was when Harley's in the prison jail police station, whatever we're calling it, and she fights all the guys and she's moving on to the next room and there's a wanted poster for Boomerang and she just pauses and goes, "Hey, I know that guy."
Yeah.
That was good.
I like the bit as well towards the end where they're talking about they need some more weapons. She's like, "Oh, well, will these do?" And she opens the cupboard and it's all and they're like, "No, not at all." And then she turns around and goes, "Oh." And then he's like, "That slimy jizz nozzle. I can't believe you took it all."
It was in one of those fights, someone punches her in the chest, right in the tit.
Oh yeah.
This movie is quotable, just like Shazam.
Like even like because I'm Harley fucking Quinn. Click. Wow, that was super embarrassing. Just because Harley. Yeah, it was. Like, can we?
I do like as well at the end where she's like, "I'm sorry, how I stole your ring," and then she's like, "It's the pin on the grenade," and then like Black Master gets hit off and it just explodes in quite spectacular fashion.
Oh yeah, you see like guts.
Oh, you see his arms and everything go everywhere.
Arms. You see some intestines in there. Like that is just like, woo. Yeah, he popped. All right. So as good as this movie was, and as much fun as we had talking about it, we have Wonder Woman 1984 next.
I mean, the first one was great, right?
The first one was great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. I'm looking forward to the second one.
And you know, she's done a good job playing Wonder Woman. I've been pretty satisfied with her performance. So
Kal-El, no.
you know,
Mine is that one part, but
what Ryan's pitching nits here. But yeah, I'm excited. I think.
Oh my god!
I look forward to our conversation.
this is.
I like the 80s as well. Like the idea of like you just got like a period piece in the 80s. Oh, this is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so much fun.
Like you sound like me before I saw the movie.
That is so bad. The gold armor is so bad.
This is one of the few movies that I have not finished a second time. I have started it. I saw it the first time, and I've started it 5 times since. Not once have I been like, I should finish this. Every time I've gotten to a point of, fuck this, and I've turned it off. So this will be the first time in a long time I will actually watch this movie. Maybe I'll like it more. Probably not, but maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, and then you get to the Chris Pine stuff, and you're like, ugh.
But he's got Pedro Pascal in, like, you know, like whenever he's not on screen, everyone should be asking, "Where's Pedro?"
Even he is not good.
It has clean-shaven Pedro Pascal, which is apparently a hell-worthy trespass. They should not have done it.
It took away his superpowers.
Yeah, it looks weird.
Yeah.
It looks weird. It doesn't work. But we'll get into it. And then the week after that, we have Zack Snyder's Justice League, which I'm very excited to talk about. But we do have to take a brief pause in Shitville and talk about Wonder Woman 1984. But don't worry, at least in my humble opinion, it doesn't get worse than next week. We will reach the bottom next week. It's unfortunate as we're up here at the peak of like Shazam, Birds of Prey. Whoa!
Everyone get your parachutes.
Yeah, here we go.
It's
all right,
a long
but tune in
way
next
down.
week. This will be a very fun episode to listen to as you just get to enjoy our torture as we tortured ourselves by watching this fucking movie. Maybe I'll like it more. Maybe. I doubt it.
You won't.
I doubt it. You know, you just gotta look at the movie and say,
Do your thing, cuz.
right?
You had that. That was perfect.
Yeah, thanks.
I was thinking it was going to be the ignore me, to be honest.
I mean, that would make more sense. But honestly, that do your thing, cuz that 5-second clip is better than the entirety of Wonder Woman 1884. So here we go. All right. Thank you everyone so much for listening. We're skipping plugs again. I'm just going to keep saying that, even though we have not done them in like way too many episodes. But I'm still mentioning that we are aware that plugs are a thing and we just don't do them. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.